Hello, hello, it's Kim Corallo. Shut the front door too. If you're new around here, we're a wreath and door hanger vintage gift store, and we are out of Lexington, Kentucky. We sell on Etsy for our shipping platform. We own booth spaces here in the state of Kentucky, and we primarily use YouTube to show you the vintage stuff that we have found while out shopping, and that's what we're doing today. If you've been here before and you've watched and you're coming back, thank you so much. The support of just watching this video and commenting and all the things, it doesn't matter whose video you're watching, it is so important for a channel to keep going. It's what tells YouTube that you like it. So if you do, consider subscribing and liking and commenting and all the things. And we're going to get started before I get too long-winded just out of the gate. Look at this beautiful brass vase. This is a cylinder style vase with the swirl. I personally like the patina. Some people like them shined up. I don't dislike brass either way, but sometimes the patina is dark. This is on the verge of being a little bit too dark for me, but I usually let my customer dictate and tell me what they want. I love good bookends. I only found one, and I'm here to tell you, if you're out and about and you only see one bookend and you love it, don't hesitate. Guys, bookends are art pieces all on their own. She would look beautiful just styled like this on a stack of books or on a tray on a side table. I love her. I really love her. I also like her just like this. But if you want to use her to hold books, imagine my hand being books. You know, on a bookshelf, she can support those books on her own up against the edge of the shelf. Small art is something I'm drawn to. Art in general is something I'm drawn to, but this painting stole my heart. I absolutely think it's the best thing I have found in a long, long time. And that's this little floral. It has the gold gilded frame. She is absolutely stunning. Her colorway, everything. She'd look really good on a little brass easel. She would fit that. Just needs something, extra to go in your gallery wall. She would fit the bill for that as well. And this, look how cute. This is just a little vessel. It's made in Portugal. If you've watched, you know, I'll often say I don't pass up things with feet. I mean, anything that has that kind of charm, and I loved it. I like that open weave. But just imagine having a vessel like this and then having a small piece of art that you could put in, and you've just automatically upped your side table game. Super cute, and I like it very much. I also like this piece of art. This is a needlepoint piece of art that has been framed. I love the gold frame. It has, it's been taped on the back. I mean, it's seen better days, but listen guys, this is old, and that's covered up when it's put on a wall. And again, this is good for all of those same places that I just mentioned, which, side tables and easels and all the things. Florentine, pieces, trays, these are coasters. I'm drawn to them. They are anything Italian, really, any kind of pottery. It's just something that I've always been drawn to. So these little coasters, they're colorful, they're bright, they're really pretty. There's a set of 6, so this was no exception. I was drawn to those straight away. I also love little things. So within this business, and even in my home, we have currently 4 booth spaces, and we also have a salon. So we're building vignettes constantly, and things sell. So then you have to it's almost just a weekly type of thing. So I like to have small little things to put in vignettes. Both of these, this is a letter opener, it's brass, it's a horse. For the state of Kentucky, this is just a no-brainer, really. But it would look great in a stack of books. It would also make a great Father's Day gift for someone to use in their office setting. And then magnifying glasses. I've never seen this one before. I liked that darker edge. I believe this is brass, and then of course that green wooden handle had me all the way. But they look super great also on stacks of books, and sometimes that's what you need, is just that little finishing touch to make it seem like it comes all together. You know, like more of a collected kind of a look. Garden types of things I'm drawn to. I'm an amateur gardener myself. But this galvanized pot had me because it was the mixed metals. I see things like this in all galvanized and all brass, but very rarely do I ever see them where they mix the metals. And I liked the detail and the brass handles, and then the fleur-de-lis little piece on the front. Bobby Pottery, if you haven't heard of it, it was a company here in Kentucky, and they're no longer producing. Their pottery art was primitive looking. I can spot it a mile away, and I don't pick up all the pieces, but living in Kentucky, right here in Lexington, the home of the Kentucky Wildcats, I had to pick this up. This is the mark on the bottom, if you see it, and they did a bunch of different things, animals and a bunch of different things, and I'm learning all the time because it was never something I was drawn to. And that is why I don't always pick up all the pieces. I pick up things that are sort of unusual or things that kind of speak to me, but not all the things. I really liked this wall shelf. I found a set of two. They're just alike, but they have like the little indentation for the plate holder. It's not, it's some kind of a ceramic, I think. It's not wood, but I liked the detail. I just liked them. And I could imagine these, like, you know, of course, this is not what you would be using, but, you know, you could have like a little plate, you know, on a wall. Yes, words are hard. Just to give you a little visual of what that would look like. But I could see this mixed in, you know, on a gallery wall, or both of them, you know, placed sort of like this. Speaking of Italian art, this Florentine mirror spoke to me right away. I just had to have it. I liked the size a lot. And again, I think this size is perfect for all of the places that we mentioned, on an easel, side table, shelving units. I think it would even look good on a stack of books. And then if you had like a small special like figure, I could see a little, you know, maybe a little Italian art piece or a vase of some kind, and use it that way. Really beautiful. Something else that is really beautiful is fused glass, and this piece was no exception. I've done zero research, so I didn't see a signature on this piece. I have no idea who makes it, and this is just, again, sticker residue, but I liked the colorway a lot. It almost had that sort of Hollywood Regency kind of look. Perfect size. It has a lot of detail just on its own, but the perfect size to catch your keys as you're walking in the front door. Let me show you this. I don't always pick up a lot of textiles. I like them personally, but I don't always pick them up. But I couldn't leave this. This beautiful pillow. The colorway is great. The fringe is stunning. I think this was probably custom made, but that's a hunt scene on there, and I just really loved it. I thought it was super stunning, and the size of it is great. Unfortunately, only one of those, but you know, you can't always find pairs. I did find a pair of these artichoke finial ceramic yard art. I would use these inside all day, every day. I also would use them outdoors. And I said they were ceramic, but I think these may be, oh shoot, it's left me. And you know, it's not coming, and I'm on video, so I'm gonna have to just leave that. Maybe it'll come to me before the end of the video, but anyway, these would look really good on the inside too, just as well as they would in a garden. I love a little shelf, really, of any kind, but especially when you have like that rattan kind of look. This was something that I didn't hesitate at all. I picked it up right away. I can see this holding mail and sorting mail. I can also see this in a kitchen. Holding small pieces of art or small plates. I didn't have small plates to show you. That's why I put the art in there. Like that idea a lot. Love, love, love this piece. It could be antique. I don't know. Guys, when I say I don't know, I can't know everything, right? But you know, antique needs to be 100 years old or older, and I see people using that term loosely, and I just want to be forthcoming and let people know it is for sure vintage. It could possibly be antique, but I can't authenticate that it's 100 years old, so I'm just going to call it vintage, and I'm going to call it wonderful vintage. It is a ledger book page holder, probably where someone would, you know, have made, you know, made their notes for their business. I think it's stunning, and this is how I would use it if I were going to keep it. I would use this as a backdrop on a shelving unit. And you haven't seen this art yet, but I would build out the art. And then where my finger is there, if you happen to have like a brass horse statue, that would be stunning there. I do not have any brass horseshoes or statues to show you because they go as soon as I get them. Since I've already shown you the equestrian art, I'll show you both pieces and try to keep that glare off there. Perfect size, perfect colorways, really good for all the places, and super happy to have found those. Storage is always a win. And then this little box, it's a mail sorter, but it also opens up and you can put your keys in there. It has the hooks for hanging, but it's also freestanding, and it was made in Thailand. I really liked that light color of wood too. I thought that was pretty charming. Goodness. Sounds like I'm throwing things around. This is not professionally framed, but it was too good to leave. This is a maybe a turkey, maybe a pheasant. Probably a turkey. Looking at it a little closer, I think that's a turkey, but it's hand painted, and this is cloth. I don't hate the frame at all. I don't hate the matting. I probably will leave it because I don't really know how to frame art, but I think if this matting had been black, it would have just been even that extra step more awesome. Piece of Florentine art. I actually found 4 of these pieces. The art itself is just kind of fun. I think it has sort of that Victorian kind of look, and I know a lot of people are drawn to that. That is a Fenton piece. That's a brass candle holder. All the things that people are loving these days with some roses. I thought it would look good in a lot of settings, but I could even see it in a little girl's room. I thought that, you know, the colorway, I guess, with those pink roses. Another piece of awesome art. This is a framed piece that I liked everything about it, even the frame, you know, that chunky kind of wood frame. And this is oil painting. It is signed, and the colorway to me was just top notch, just perfect. I'm looking around to see what I have left. Oh, let me show you this. This is a Fitz and Floyd. I also have candlesticks that somehow didn't make it out here. That just happens sometimes, guys, especially when there's lots of things, and we were really blessed this week. This is probably also a candle holder for a pillar candle. I think you could use it to hold candies. But imagine this in a guest bathroom holding hand soaps. I just think that would look so beautiful. Very stunning. I found 2 of these pieces. These are cast iron. I like the colorway just fine. I think that, you know, we find they're little planters. So, you know, you could use them for their intended purpose. You could also use them as easels, and actually that's not working quite as well as I thought it would. It's because the sides, it goes deeper, but the sides aren't as deep as the bottom. Anyway, I really thought they were pretty. I do have 2. And look at this beautiful pot. This is Raku Pottery. It is signed by a person named Nancy Briggs. The part that I like the most are the hearts and the way it has that open edge. Really beautiful piece of art. Really happy to have gotten my hands on it. And I think I have one more piece, and that's it. And that is this stunning little bunny. Guys, there's a really cool story to this. I saw a lady's Instagram about 2 to 3 days ago, and she had one of these. And she was actually showing her Easter tablescape, and it just happened to come up on my feed, and I watched it because she did such a great job. And when I saw this on her table, I was immediately just like, I thought it was a Majolica piece. It's not Majolica. It is made in Taiwan in 1993. So it is vintage. But she said that she had seen something like this, and I passed it up and went back to get it, and it wasn't there. And so she was shocked that she found it again, having never seen it ever before. And so, of course, it's in her personal collection. I just am amazed that 2 to 3 days later, I see the same piece out at a thrift store. And I mean, it just took my breath away all over again. I love the little bunny terrine. Guys, that's it. That's all we have for you today. We hope that you have the very best day, and we'll talk to you really soon.